Controversy has exploded over a very famous celebrity who is in the process of getting canceled for going on a cruise. The thing that she did, I've seen many cruisers do. Hey everyone, what is up? My name is Jordan and this is JJ Cruise. Thank you so much for coming into the channel today. I will say this, the tea is hot and we are sipping. I find this story very interesting and there's been a lot of major news outlets pick it up over the last few days. So of course, I felt like we had to talk about it on the channel. But before we get into it, I do just want to invite you to subscribe to JJ Cruise. This is a YouTube channel all about the passion and obsession that is cruise travel. If you like cruising as much as Jared and I do, please hit the subscribe button below and don't forget to hit that thumbs up. The story today involves a very small cruise line called the Swan Hellenic. Now, this cruise line has smaller expedition ships. If you don't know what expedition ships are, they're small vessels that can actually travel into passageways and go to places that your average cruise ship just cannot get to. These are the ships that people take to places such as Antarctica or certain islands that you might find in the middle of the Pacific or the Atlantic. Also, these ships go to Greenland, where we find our story today. And the celebrity that is in question, or kind of getting canceled at the moment, is none other than Martha Stewart. Do we have any Martha Stewart fans in the house? Let me know in the comments. I know my mom was a chef when I was growing up, and I have perused quite a few Martha Stewart books and catalogs because Martha Stewart was the queen of entertaining in the 1980s and 1990s. I know today Martha Stewart has taken a very different role within pop culture, doing shows with other celebrities such as Snoop Dogg, but she still has not stopped enjoying the finer things in life. Martha boarded a westbound Greenland cruise on the Swan Hellenic cruise line to do an expedition cruise to see glaciers and icebergs up the coast of Greenland. I will say this, if you have not been to Greenland and you are interested in going, Greenland is an incredible, incredible destination, specifically when you are sailing through some of the passageways. We do happen to be travel agents, so if you are interested in a Greenland cruise, please reach out to jjcruise.com and we will help you book that Greenland trip. I don't blame Martha Stewart at all for taking this small expedition ship into Greenland. Like I said, it is such an incredibly beautiful place. But what Martha Stewart posted on her social media is finding herself in hot water. Now, as they were traversing through the glaciers and the icebergs of Western Greenland, one of the officers saw that there was some small pieces of ice in the ocean. They decided to take the ice from the ocean, bring it back onto the ship for Martha to look at, and they said, you know what? Why don't we break this ice up into smaller pieces so that we can use it for cocktails? And that is exactly what they did. They made cocktails. The bartender on the ship made Martha a cocktail, and she posted all kinds of pictures of her drink and her with the glaciers in the background in the drink saying, look at what we did. This is so incredible. If you have visited glaciers in Alaska, this is not actually something that is that rare. I know personally people that have gone to Mendenhall and there's been a bartender or someone with them that has collected small pieces of ice that have already melted into cups for people to use as ice for their beverages. However, as we know, people on the internet can be, well, a little bit mean, and cancel culture is real. So when Martha posted all of this on her Instagram, the internet went wild. She got all kinds of comments from people stating that they're so disappointed in her, to people saying that they were unfollowing her and they would never be associating with her again. And you had people saying, we need the ice to stay in the ocean, stop encouraging climate change. This backlash all comes out actually amidst a massive article in Time about how cruise ships are the largest contributors to climate change. The article talks a lot about the new cruise ship technology that's coming out, things like LNG powered ships. It talks about new smaller ships that are coming out that are going to be fully solar powered, and how the cruise industry is trying to adapt with climate change on the rise. I will say, if you saw that article or if you go and search that article out, it is not cruise friendly. It also calls out the general population for not caring about climate change and just wanting to cruise. I will say, being on the other side of this industry, working as a travel agent, it couldn't be further from the truth. This year, all travel agents had to take a course about what the cruise industry is doing to be more green, and it was very fascinating, and I can say with confidence that the cruise industry is doing the right things. But according to the general population, Martha Stewart is not. She got so much backlash on this post that I personally am actually shocked. So I do want to ask all of you sitting at home, what do you think about this? Are people on the internet really just these wild, untamed creatures that will go out and destroy people at any cost? Or do you agree? Do you think that the people on that small vessel shouldn't have taken ice out of the ocean and should not have made drinks for Martha Stewart? It is a really interesting time to be alive, and I can say this for certainty. If you have a platform as big as Martha Stewart does, you probably should be careful with what you're putting online, knowing that your base, they might just go wild over something that was completely unintentionally harmless. Let me know in the comments below if you think this story is just completely ridiculous or if you agree. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for also hitting the thumbs up. And until next time, see ya.